I find it easy to avoid flames. I just don't read live report threads. Ah, I said it! There's our yellow Terran on the right side from SlayerS.
Our studio hasn't researched the Infernal Pre-Igniter yet, so we still have orange flames on the set.
I guess so. That's right. And there's our Protoss player. Pretty scary guy from Team oGs. He is.
Still takes 3 hits to kill a pro gamer instead of 2.
So MC versus Ryung. I'm actually really excited to see this game. I think these two are some of the most talented players we have in StarCraft 2 right now. Can't wait to see what Ryung has planned for this map. Could be a lot of different things, Moltrap.
Yeah,
very early scout going out for MC, scouting right away after the pylon. He wants to find where his opponent is right away, and he actually will. He's going to find him immediately.
Immediately, yeah. I don't think that Ryung played on this map in his games against Puzzle.
I don't think so either. I'm trying to remember that series, but I don't know. We'll see.
But he may have had something planned on this map regardless that he's now going to be able to pull out that he had planned for.
Well, not only, you know, is he their kind of closer in this situation, but he is the sniper, you know? He's the guy that they prepared more often than not for things like this.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at now. Terminus Re was the 3rd map that they never got to.
Yep.
So Ryung actually had a strategy prepared for TVP for this map that he's been working on for like a week. So he's going to have a really strong build plan for this.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen it before, so MC doesn't know what's coming.
Now MC, I'm sure, is going to be playing pretty safe on this. And in overall, he has been playing, I think, safer than he was. There was a period of time, you mentioned it earlier, where he had been winning a lot. He had been winning GSLs, and so he started to do like Nexus first every game and all this crazy stuff. And then we saw him go up against Polt in the group stages, 1 Code S, and Polt was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to all in you and win every game, and he did. And he sent MC down the up and downs. So
yeah,
since then, MC has been playing a little bit safer.
It wasn't even an all-in, it was just an early push, like a 3-Rax push.
I think what Ryung has planned is going to be some variation of that Marine Tank Banshee all-in.
I don't remember this.
Starting to look like that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Reactor is going down right now on the barracks, and the factory's next to it, so...
It's the build that everybody's talking about right now.
I wonder.
What?
Oh, I just wonder what he's going to do.
Well...
we've also seen some Terrans lately opening up with, like, a couple of Hellions to harass into other tech.
There's a lot of different
openings. So that's theoretically possible. I think you're right. It probably is probably more for Marines.
Well, you can either go for it, or you can kind of wind your way there. That's the beauty of StarCraft 2, and especially the beauty of the Terran race specifically, is that you can do a lot of different things to get to that point. And yeah, we do see him switching the factory.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to get a couple Hellions out. We saw this happen the other day in the TVP.
Yeah, who did we see that?
Where someone did this.
I forgot which game that was, but yeah, if you
Might have even
get
been
enough Hellions early, Zealots can do virtually nothing, and if you have enough Hellions, they can actually beat Stalkers on
This is a bit dangerous for Ryung, actually. He can't deal with this right now. Those Marines are just going to die if he's not careful. And everything else is going to die right now if he's not careful.
Well, he could...
Stalker's doing so much damage. Here comes a 3rd Stalker for MC. This could be getting pretty rough here. This is why it's so dangerous to wall in with supply depots like that, because the Marines just get killed so fast by Stalkers. Nice micro by MC keeping that Stalker alive, and I think this is a great answer to this type of opening. He does get the Zealot, but he's also going to get some more SCVs. It's going to really slow down whatever Ryung's doing.
Yeah, one of those Stalkers very badly damaged though, and a Marauder is about to pop out. I think the Marauder is going to spell the end of...
Oh, don't shoot the supply depot, Marauder. No!
Yeah, exactly. Sees that Marauder. Doesn't even have to shoot the Stalkers, just shoots his own depot as a warning shot.
You see that supply depot? That's going to be you if you don't get off my ramp.
Like firing across his bow, and the Stalkers have to go home.
That's actually just going to be an expand for Ryung. All right.
Yep.
It's going to be going Marine Tank Medevac possibly now. We've seen some players do that before in TVP. Not too often, but it is still pretty good. Some Protoss players get a little bit confused about it. They don't know quite how to handle it. I got a feeling MC knows how to handle it, though, Moltrap.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so Ryung does have his 2nd orbital already created. And he's not quite floating it down to his expansion just yet. He doesn't know exactly what MC is doing right now. He's sending these Hellions out to try and get some scouting information. And
now MC, let's talk about him a little bit.
Let's talk about him.
Even though we're looking at Ryung's base right now, but I want to talk about MC. He, I believe he went 1-gate robo, if I saw that right. I was kind of paying attention to what Ryung was doing just because there's a lot of interesting things.
Sorry, hold that thought because check out the top of the map, man.
Oh, I like it. Up at the 12 o'clock.
Actually building a sneaky little ninja expansion at 12.
Yeah.
In that main. That's interesting.
Huh. So this is something. Well, it's not going to be that Marine Tank Banshee all-in. Obviously, we saw it's not going to be an all-in because of the command center, but interesting choice by Ryung. I like it. Very cool. I don't think MC would be really expecting to have to scout there for that. Now,
no, MC does have observers out of the map. I think you're right. He expanded very early. I didn't see how many gateways he had when he expanded, but he did expand pretty early.
Yeah.
And he's been able to get out several units.
Just
pretty decent army.
1-gate robo. Not sure if he got the Nexus before or after the robo. I didn't see, but pretty early expand on a map like this. That's completely safe. Nothing wrong at all with that. So bio backed up by some siege tanks for Ryung. And I really, really like this type of composition. You've got your Marine Marauder. Don't have quite as much of it, but the nice thing is that you've got these siege tanks in the back, and that just makes the positions you take with this composition that much stronger.
Nice.
Yep, gets the observer there.
Take that, observer.
MC did see the tanks, though, so he knows kind of what Ryung is doing.
Yep.
It's not unheard of. Yeah, there's the Twilight Council right there. A lot of things coming out of the Twilight Council are very useful against this type of composition. You can get Blink for the Stalkers, Zealot's Charge. It's very nice about closing the gap with the siege tanks.
True. That's what it's all about when combating siege tanks, man. It's closing the gap.
Yeah. Nice you can kind of cause the Marines and Marauders to be splashed with that as well. I think we're going to see mostly Marines in this composition from Ryung, though. Yeah, there's Blink right away for MC, actually.
He's got Stim, Combat Shields, and +1 weapons all going right now. They're all going to finish approximately the same general time.
The 12 o'clock base, as you can see there, has started mining. MC probably not going to scout that anytime soon, especially after losing his observer. Hasn't made a second one quite yet that I've seen.
He's got another second one that he has camped in the middle of the map. Although,
there it is.
Is he going to kill it? I think he might kill it.
Does he see it?
He's not looking for it.
It's tough to see.
Maybe he's just taunting it.
I don't know. Maybe. I kind of like MC getting Blink first. I mean, we saw him use it to snipe some ghosts. You don't see a lot of Protoss players getting Blink first in this matchup right now, so nice little change by MC. Kind of makes Terran players have to play a little bit safer when they have ghosts out on the map.
I really like this 12 o'clock expansion. I gotta say, but hold that thought. He's actually blinking into main of Ryung.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Blink. And he's going to be able to get away pretty much without taking any damage to those Stalkers. A little bit of shield damage, slowing down those barracks a little bit. Other than that, not doing a whole lot, but makes Ryung a little bit more nervous. And gives him kind of another thing to have to watch out for.
What I was going to say, I really like this 12 o'clock expansion because what it is, he's dropping all his mules there. He's going to try and mine it out pretty quickly. And it's relatively hidden. There's not really much of a reason for MC to scout there. But if he does scout there, he can float it to his third, and then it'll be still protected. It's a really easy float over to his third base.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't scout it for a long time, he then still has a free third base that he can take later on.
Yep. Now, despite...
Or a free fourth, I guess.
Despite having that third fairly early, Ryung is actually still a little bit down on supply, which is still fairly common at this stage in the game. The Protoss units, again, do use generally more supply. Uh-oh, but the Stalker finds the base. And the best answer now is just to make a run for it. And are the SCVs going to escape in time? MC sent his army, but you can see from the mini-map, moving back down again.
I think it might have been better off fighting with those SCVs against the Stalker.
Oh, here's the drop, and MC's army is a bit out of position right now. He's going to take out the pylon to avoid the warp in, and then he's going to try to cause the cancel.
There's a Templar there, and...
Doesn't want to get the medevac feedback. Can't blame him.
Exactly.
That doesn't help at all. Storm almost done for MC right now, +2 weapons almost done for Ryung, which is pretty nice. He's getting that Ghost Academy.
See, there you go. Ryung floats it over, plants that command center in his third. He's just fine. He's getting +2 weapons and +1 armor right now.
Now, the really nice thing about this is that... Oh, never mind. MC saw the command center lift off. I was going to say, if MC thinks it's still there for some reason, he might get out of position, but he's not going to, so never mind. Never mind about all of that.
All right, I won't mind.
All right, don't you mind, Moletrap?
There are no upgrades. Okay, well, never mind. MC's getting 2 forges, so
yeah, he's going
to start getting upgrades, but right now he's way behind on upgrades. Mobius reactor being researched so those ghosts can pop out with extra energy.
Yep.
They'll have enough for an EMP as soon as they spawn.
And the units stimming in. They're going to take out some probes. A little bit of a whiff on the storm there. Doesn't really catch a lot of the bio. And causing those cells to funnel through. Nice feedback on the medevac. And this drop is going to get completely killed off. Did a little bit of damage, but not really a whole lot.
Nicely done there.
Yep.
Blinking in to eliminate the medevac, make sure it didn't get away with just a little health.
Yeah. Now Ryung knows the rocks are being broken down. He has got an SCV right there. And I think we might be coming to a fight pretty soon. MC pretty far ahead in supply, 175 to 139 right now.
Here's the thing though, it's currently 2-1 upgrades for the bio of Ryung to 0-0 upgrades.
That's exactly
for the Protoss.
right.
So this would actually be, and 1-1 is almost finished, so this would actually be a really good time for Ryung to engage.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Although he needs to be really worried about these Templar that have full energy and storm researched.
MC's just got a great composition against what Ryung has. 4 ghosts just popping out very, very near to now for SlayerS Ryung. So if he can get in a good position with those ghosts, get some good EMPs on MC's army, he's got a chance. If the EMPs don't work, I think MC's just going to absolutely crush him if it comes to a straight-up fight.
Yeah. I mean, the EMPs not quite landing well enough or enough at all in the last game is why we saw MC win the last game.
That was definitely a big part of it.
So, well, I guess it's one of the reasons, I should say. It wasn't like the reason. Now, here's the thing, though. He does have a lot of ghosts. Let's see if I can figure out how many ghosts there are. There are 7 ghosts, and so he's going to have a lot of EMPs available, so a lot more than last game as well. And here he goes in.
I really like those siege tanks. They do add an interesting dynamic to everything. EMP's hitting a lot of the Templar. Lots of big storms going down on Ryung's army.
Oh, no!
Yeah, the storms just absolutely annihilated Ryung's bio. And with these reinforcements, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Oh, the units for MC very low, though.
So many medevacs healing everything so much. He's targeting down the Immortals.
A medevac for every Marauder. And that's all you need, apparently.
Wow. He actually just sat there and ate the storms.
He did.
He did not try and micro out of the storms at all, but he just had so much bio and so much better upgrades.
The upgrades really made a big difference.
Well, not a ton better upgrades, but he had better upgrades, so that helped as well. And the medevacs just healing everything through the fight. Won the day, and now Ryung has a 4th base and is in position to possibly... Well, no, never mind. MC just has too much of an army still to move in to take him out.
Yeah, they're about even on supply. Ryung obviously shouldn't really push right now. That'd be a bad idea. He needs to stay defensive right now, just needs to keep scouting, sending a Marine in here and there, taking the Xel'Naga towers. We're still in a very, very precarious situation for both of these players right now, and a drop like this is something that could definitely swing the game in Ryung's favor. Feedback on the medevac, but the Templar does get taken out.
Oh, and he's charging in the meantime.
Has to micro well against his force. There are some decent Archons there.
There's 1 storm available. Whoa. He does get out of that storm relatively unscathed. Second storm goes down, though.
Nice split for Ryung. He's doing everything he can, but MC might just have too much here. Where are the reinforcements? There they are. Ryung grabbing him right away, and you know what? The medevac's dead. I don't think he can handle it. Manages to kill the Archons, though, so that does help a bit. EMP on those Stalkers. Ryung's doing everything he can to try to stay in this game right now.
Yeah, and MC is going for the kill here. He's charging in with a lot of reinforcements as well, and I don't know if Ryung has the production capable of this. MC could take the win right here. We might see SlayerS' hopes of the playoffs fall right here, and GG comes. MC has taken the last 2 games and won the match for OGSTL, keeping them in the running for the playoffs.
Ryung obviously a bit disappointed about that. His team was counting on him, but MC, gotta give this guy huge props. I mean, he hasn't been coming through for his team in the Team League. He just came through for them, and probably the biggest Team League situation these guys have ever been in. Really, really nicely played by MC.
Wow.
Yep. He's happy, and Ryung just crushed. Hate to see
Gotta
it.
feel bad for that guy, actually, man. The whole team was depending on him.
Well, you know, that one fight where he just ate that storm, I mean, he was a little bit out of position. His tanks were in front when it would have been better if they were in behind. I think in that fight, he won it, quote unquote, but he lost more units than he really should have. And
it's true. If he'd gotten, if he'd come out of that fight with more of an army, because after that fight, MC just macroed up a new army a lot faster.
He didn't have the production that could keep up at that point.
And I love how MC, as soon as he got dropped, he attacked, because he said, all right, we traded armies. If you're dropping 8 Marines and a medevac behind me, that means you don't have that much with your army. That means I'm going to have that much more of an army. I'm going to be able to crush your main army. And then it just became a matter of cleaning up the drop, because he was just able to crush through there. And it really was that much of a difference. I mean, you saw at the end there, he lost the battle with like 6 stalkers left.
Yeah.
Imagine if he'd had 8 Marines coming in after that. They could have cleaned up the stalkers he would have held. Well, theoretically.
It would have been, it would have been really close. I mean, MC just at the end had so many gateways that he was able to replenish his army that much faster. Ghosts, you know, obviously don't come out quite as quick. So, I don't know when it came down to it at the end of the day. I mean, MC just played better.
Very, very close. Very, very close, but MC, playing better. Having a little bit better micro, a little bit better macro, and winning that game. It was very close for a while there. There was a couple times where if Ryung had come out of those battles a little bit more ahead or hadn't lost them by a little bit, then he could have come back and made a longer game. But as it stands, OGSTL winning the day, MC winning the last couple games. Let's go ahead and check out the entire results of that match. Ganji taking the first game, Supernova taking a couple games, Tasia tying it up, and then MC bringing it home for the last 2 matches.
Very exciting match. Really back and forth with these 2 guys. I always enjoy watching OGS and SlayerS play against each other. A little bit better for OGS than SlayerS this time around. Usually it's a bit closer, but MC, I mean, he did what he needed to do. About time that guy started winning in Team League, huh?
Yeah, man. So that is it. We're probably going to have an interview in a little bit here. I'm not sure if it's going to be immediately with the MVP. I would imagine it would be MC just because he was the closer. Even though he and Supernova technically got 2 games each, but MC bringing it home with some really good games. Not losing a game. Probably going to be it. Let's going to find out right now.
팀이 슬레이어스 팀을 상대로 4대2로 이겼는데요. OGSTL 팀 정말 기뻐하고 있습니다. OGSTL 팀 만나보도록 할게요. 자, 오늘의 MVP 선수는 바로 장민철 선수죠. 오늘 MVP 선수는 정말 축하드립니다. 네, 정말 뿌통령의 귀환이다. 뭐 이런 얘기도 나오고 있는데 소감이 어떠신가요?
일단 되게 오랜만에 이긴 것 같아요. GSL이든 GSTL이든.
He says it's been a long time since I won in the GSTL.
좀 위축돼 있었는데 오늘의 승리로 그런 걸 털어버리고 남은 F United와의 경기에서도 꼭 승리해서
after today's win, he actually feels he can perform better in the next match.
사실 요즘에 개인전이든 또 팀리그든 프로토스 유저들의 기세가 좀 주춤하고 있어요. 근데 프로토스 유저로서 전 세계 프로토스 유저들에게 또 한마디 하고 싶다면 뭐가 있을까요? 한마디 해주시죠.
She's asking about how he feels about Protoss players not doing as well in the GSL.
프로토스나 저그들이 좀 힘든 점이 있긴 한데 또 그런 거는 앞으로 확장팩을 통해서 차차 나아질 거라 생각하고 종족에 따라
he says it's going to be better when the new
종족 때문에
patch comes
졌다라는
out.
생각보다는 조금만 더 해서 내가 상대방보다 4배, 8배의 실력을 가지면 이길 수 있다라는 마음가짐으로 열심히 같이 했으면 좋겠어요.
And he just tries to
네,
practice
알겠습니다.
hard to
마지막으로
overcome the
하고 싶은 말,
difficulties.
특별히 하고 싶은 말 있으면 또 한마디 이 자리에 들어서 한마디 해주시죠.
일단 저번 GSL 8강 이후로 쭉 이렇게 계속 졌는데요. 팀리그에서 부진해가지고 항상 팀원들과 감독님께 많이 죄송했는데 이기게 돼서 막 안에서 불타오르는 것
He was
같아서
sorry that he didn't do well in the GSTL before.
어머니랑 여자친구가 되게 많이 속상했는데 이렇게 이겨서 같이 웃을 수 있어서 좋은 것 같아요. 그리고 F United 선수들하고 좀 친한데 미안하지만 좀 우리가 이겼으면 하는 바람으로 다음 경기 때 사품이 지려밟고 플레이오프로 가겠습니다.
네, 알겠습니다. 다음 경기 때 또 장매철 선수의 멋진 활약 기대하겠습니다.
They will practice for the next
네,
matches
그리고
and
박상익
hopefully they will
감독님
make it to the
만나보도록 할게요.
playoffs.
네, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 이번 경기 승리를 하셨죠.
Now this is the
정말
OGS
오랜만에
coach, the
뵌것
win that they're going to be
같은데
talking to
소감
next.
할 말씀 해주세요.
일단은 양 팀 모두 되게 좀 위험한 상황이었는데 서로 지는 팀이 떨어지는 상황이었는데 거기서 일단 승리를 해서 굉장히 기분은 좋고요. 일단 오늘 김영재
He
선수랑
said
이제
both
장민철
teams
선수가
were in
2승
danger of getting
이겼잖아요.
eliminated from the
장민철
GSTL.
선수가 에이스인데
And
이제
so they're happy
요즘에
that they
좀
won today.
개인적으로
Kept their hopes
부진하더라고요.
alive.
그래서 경기 전에 팀 분위기가 안 좋을 때는 에이스가 한번 그 분위기 쇄신을 시켜줘야 한다라고 얘기를 좀 했었거든요. 근데 그걸 오늘 장민철 선수가 너무 멋있게 해줘가지고 오늘 승리 쉽게 따는 것 같습니다.
네, 알겠습니다.
And OGS MC is the ace of their team, so he's happy that he performed well today.
엎치락뒤치락 하고 있어요. 근데 조금 전 경기 인터뷰에서 프라이브이 팀의 박예식 감독이 F 유나이티드 팀 응원하겠다고 이런 말씀해 주셨는데 이 상황에서 박예식 감독님한테 한마디 해주시죠.
박예식 감독님 뭐 응원하는 거는 당연한 건데 될 것 같은 걸 좀 응원하시고요. 저희 팀이 꼭
Obviously, their
이겨서
next match
플레이오프
is
가도록
against
하겠습니다.
F
네,
United.
알겠습니다. 감사합니다. 네, 정말 OGSTL 팀
And
이번
the prime
승리로
coach
정말
wants
기쁠 것
OGS
같습니다.
to lose to F United
OGSTL 팀을 만나봤고요.
to favor them, but he says that they are going to win.
다음 주 경기가 끝나고 찾아오도록 하겠습니다. 이난 캐스터.
Bold
Yeah, I'd say the
claim.
same thing. I don't know. If somebody asked me to lose, I'd be like, no thanks. I think I'm going to win instead. That's a lot more fun, in my opinion. So you know, as much as I like SlayerS, as much as I'm a fan of like Ryong, I'm really happy to see MC do well in Team League. It's been a long time coming, and he really stepped it up.
Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and check out the current standings now. TSL still undefeated. MVP with only that one loss is clearly in second. And but again, you know, OGSTL is now at 2-2. They actually have the third best record, and if they do defeat F United, we'll be in a situation where they're basically clinch third. Well, maybe not clinch it, but they'll be in a strong position to yeah, I think they might clinch third actually if they get that win. And
Yeah, I think they would too.
yeah. So then Prime, F United, and SlayerS bring up the end of the pack, and that's why if they lose, Prime would then have third place. So it's all going to be up to that OGSTL versus F United match.
Yeah, really interesting results with the standings so far. I mean, it's still strange to see SlayerS at the bottom after they had done so well in the previous team leagues, but I don't know. The team league gets so exciting, man. We see some crazy stuff. Now tomorrow's match, we're going to see Zenex versus NS Hoso. That should be pretty cool, actually.
That's gonna be fun.
Zenex is a team that hasn't had a lot of luck lately, and NS Hoso is a team that's still kind of relatively unproven. So we'll have to see how those guys do against each other. It's, of course, the Venus League, or the Venus Division, I should say, the different division. So don't miss that tomorrow.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, certainly will. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Glad you could take some time out of your schedules. Cause let's not lie. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of busy schedules out there, but it's cool to take some time to watch something you enjoy, watch some StarCraft 2. So thanks for doing that.
Yep. And of course, remember, if you have seen a game that you liked, you want to recommend it to your friends. The VODs are usually available almost immediately afterwards, so you can sign up for that, get a season ticket, watch all the VODs you want at any time.
Yeah.
On the mobile app or anything like that. All right, let's see. We'll see you guys next time. Tune in tomorrow for more Team League.